In the news this week, a cabinet minister hits out at wokery in Whitehall. The Scottish Government comes under fire for endorsing heroin shooting galleries. And 3-year-old conjoined twins are successfully separated. Hello. Diversity training is downright dangerous, the Attorney General of England and Wales has warned. Suella Braverman QC said she was horrified to learn that hundreds of government lawyers had spent nearly 2,000 hours of their taxpayer-funded time at Stonewall lectures and has ordered they be scrapped. She likened the diversity mindset to a new religion with a new priestly caste, where zealots, like the witch-finders of the Middle Ages, don the outfit of the Inquisitor and never tire of rooting out unbelievers. Others, she argued, wear the priestly robes and ward off their rivals, while still others nod along and recite the creed because they are too scared to dissent. Braverman told government ministers to ensure their departments are not wasting money on divisive and harmful training. The Scottish Drug Death Task Force has claimed that a nationwide rollout of heroin shooting galleries is key to reducing deaths. In its report to Holyrood, the government quango argued that introducing supervised drug consumption facilities would provide safe spaces for addicts to inject themselves. It also called for the law to be changed to allow for the provision of a wider range of drug paraphernalia through harm reduction services. The task force urged the Scottish Government to explore all options within the existing legal framework to support the delivery of its proposals. SNP Minister for Drugs Policy, Angela Constance, hailed the report as a bold blueprint of what needs to be done. But the Institute's Simon Calvert blasted the recommendations.
Shooting galleries have got no place in a responsible, compassionate response to the scourge of addiction. The obvious fact is that dangerous drugs can't be taken safely. So for the Scottish Government to suggest otherwise is really a dereliction of its duty to protect individuals and communities from the destructive effects of these drugs. On this trajectory, I fear we can only expect more deaths because, after all, politicians and police officers across the UK have been going increasingly soft on drugs for years, and look where it's got us.
Former Cabinet Minister David Davis has questioned whether the Culture Secretary understands the threat posed to free speech by the government's online safety bill. Nadine Dorris, whose department is sponsoring the legislation, claimed it will make free speech more secure. But Davis said many firms are already predisposed towards policing controversial ideas, and the bill's protections will not be a robust safeguard against the kinds of censorship this bill will encourage. He warned the real danger lies with the subtle pressures on free speech that the bill will impose. The veteran parliamentarian added, "The bill is jam-packed with unintended consequences that the Secretary of State does not appear to comprehend. It is unacceptable that such a huge piece of legislation is so poorly understood by those trying to railroad it through Parliament." And finally, virtual reality has helped surgeons to separate 3-year-old twins with fused brains. Bernardo and Arthur Lima from Brazil are now the oldest children in the world to undergo the procedure. In the months before the operation, surgeons in London and Rio de Janeiro were able to practice together in virtual reality, using projections of the twins based on CT and MRI scans. After 7 surgeries, with the final one lasting 27 hours, the twins have been able to touch hands for the first time. Dr. Owaz Jilani called the technology wonderful, saying, "It's really great to see the anatomy and do the surgery before you actually put the children at any risk." Well, that's all for this week. For regular updates and information on all of our stories, plus much more, visit our website at christian.org.uk. Until next time, goodbye.